Okay.
Hi, April.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey. So I'm excited to hear more about your story and your journey here at Vibrant Life. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started here. Just tell us about you, April.
Um, I am a registered nurse. I worked in the OR at Belleville Memorial, and I now am a stay-at-home mother, more of an organizer. I have two grown sons, 21, 25, that we haven't shoved out of the nest yet, but we're working on it. They're both doing well, and that's how I got to know Ryan, was through my son. He worked out with my son for his baseball. So we're trying to get them on their track and get them out of the nest and ready to go here.
Awesome. And it's been now about 5 months since you started your own journey. You are somebody that I know you will agree when I say this. You definitely always taking care of your family, but not so much yourself, right?
Yes, that's true.
And so 5 months ago, you decided to make that commitment, and we're 5 months in today. So today is all about you, though. So I always have a couple of questions about your story and your journey here at Vibrant Life.
Mm-hmm.
So before finding Vibrant Life, April, what was your biggest struggle, and what were your biggest frustrations, would you say, when it comes to your health and fitness?
I just couldn't find the combination to get the weight off. And I might lose a few pounds here and there. And then, one weekend of, a pizza and a beer, and it was all on plus two. I could not, I was running in sand. And I needed to find something. And I could always lose some weight for a special event, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, but it always came right back on it. I've never made it a lifestyle. It was always just a temporary fix. So I needed something to make it a lifestyle.
Yeah. What if you had to tell me, like, what did you have to overcome, and why did you want to make this change a lifestyle?
Well, like I told you, I was just tired of not being able to find clothes that I was comfortable in. I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. It took me forever to get ready. I dreaded going anywhere because I didn't like the way I looked.
Mm-hmm.
And that has always been a struggle in my life. I've always not been comfortable in my skin when I'm heavy. I've lost weight and gained weight 100,000 times. And like I said, I needed a lifestyle, not a diet.
Got it. Got it. And like, how would you say that those struggles, the ups and downs with the weight, constantly, doing it over and over again, like, how did that affect your life in a negative way, would you
It
say?
makes you unhappy. You're unhappy. You're uncomfortable. You don't want to go out and do things if you don't feel good about yourself. So I don't know. This was one part of my life that I really never could get a handle on. I wanted to, be in shape. And like I said, I've been there before, but I've always lost track of it if I've gone on to another part of my life. And this time I've got it. That's why I signed up for a year, because I wanted this to be a lifestyle. I wanted to be so ingrained that I'm never going to go back.
Awesome. And that's our biggest goal, is that this is the last program you'll ever have to do in regards to your health. So, and you're well on your way there, 5 months in, and you're already past your goal of what you originally set with us. So tell us a little bit about how specifically have we helped you?
The accountability is huge, because I knew anything that I put in my mouth, I was going to have to write down, and Julie was going to see it, or Nick was going to see it. And you know what? That's huge for me. And I told you that I'm a pleaser, and I didn't want them to go, oh God, how could she eat that? So that was a big part of it, but I needed a program that I could do and live with. I needed to change my life. I needed to change my ways. And that's what this has done. It's given me the tools to do this every day, because I still cook everything for my family. Last night I made fettuccine Alfredo. I just made myself my low carb pasta and threw on a little butter and garlic and red pepper flakes, and I was a happy girl.
Yeah. So just finding tweaks to make this work with your lifestyle,
Exactly.
instead of it being completely 100% something you can't stick to long term.
Exactly.
What would you say the biggest benefit of our coaching is? Because we talk about, we help fitness, nutrition, mindset, and accountability. Those are our four pillars. What do you think's been the biggest benefit for you?
The accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Having Julie there every step of the way now. I mean, you know, and pointing out, and when I do backslide a little bit and the weight goes up a little bit, Julie looks at it and says, hey, you know, what could you have done here that was not, you know, what could you have eaten here? But I found out too that I can go places and I can have regular food. If it's going to be regular food, like yesterday, I had a chicken salad on a croissant. I only ate half. That was my modification for that meal, because that's all they had there. So I'm just learning. I've been given the tools to make this work.
Awesome. And if it's okay, can I talk about your progress? I actually have a graph pulled up.
Sure.
Is it okay if I share that?
Sure.
Okay. So what we're seeing here is April's journey. And this has been the last 5 months. So we're starting here in April 2nd, and then we're going all the way till yesterday. So 5 months. As you can see, this is not like a straight exact line. And if you would even go into it a little bit more, you'll see that there are times where we gain a pound or two, you know? And so this has happened where you haven't been perfectly linear for the whole course of this 5 month progress. But if we were to draw a line through the middle of all these points, it's going to be going down the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's so important. What you said there is that, like, this isn't, weight loss doesn't happen where you're going to lose a half a pound every single week or a pound a week or whatever it may be. You're going to have times when it goes up and when it goes down, and we're going to figure out ways around things, and we're going to figure out different strategies to help you move forward. And so those times where maybe you might have given up in the past, you know, I think a lot of times people give up when they don't see progress. How has our coaching helped you through those times, April?
Well, like I said, Julie said, hey, you know, this is what happened. This is what's going to happen now. And then usually it makes me more focused, and I usually end up going back to the weight I'd started at and then lose a pound or two more. So that has kind of been my break in my plateaus a little bit too. Because I plateaued, I weighed the same every day last week almost. And then for the weekend, we had weddings and parties, and I didn't drink any alcohol because I was driver, but I had a couple of bites of a cake. And then it was Jim's birthday, couple of bites of a cake. I was up 4 pounds before you know it. It took me 2 days to lose it again, but it's up and down. And I have to realize this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And there's going to be times when you're going to have a piece of cake and you're going to have a few bites of cake, and the scale's going to go up. But you know what? You just buckle down and you get it back down. And usually the scale will go even farther the other way.
100%. That's literally what's happened with you. Every time you've had a bump, it's gone back the other way. Each time. And I know you came with us to a goal of losing 25 pounds. And where are you at now, April?
About 32, 35. I'm getting there.
Yeah. So we're 10 pounds more than what we originally came to do. And that's great. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of times we give up when we have these plateaus, but we didn't give up. We kept going. And now we know, like, 2 bites of cake isn't 4 pounds, you know, and that weekend didn't actually cause you to gain 4 pounds of body fat. It was other things that show themselves in the form of a weight gain, but they're not really body fat, right?
But that's where Julie comes into, because you do get frustrated when you think you're being good and the scale goes the wrong way, and you're like, come on.
Yep.
And Julie was always there to ground me and say, hey, you got this. Don't worry about it. We'll get this. You know, next time, maybe instead of having this, let's do this.
Yeah.
Or, you know, up your workout a little bit, or, you know, and she always guided me through the points where I would have probably given up in the past.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the thing. Like, I tell people a lot of times, it's not about just steadily making progress. It's how quickly can you get back on track from falling off, because falling off is a normal thing, and we shouldn't even call it falling off. That's just part of life. Like, there's going to be times where you're on point, and there's going to be times when you're not. But
that's like yesterday. I always look up the menus when we go out to eat, and always plan my meal before I go out. I've done that even before the program when I was trying to be good. And yesterday, all they had were croissants. I tried. It was heavenly, and I enjoyed the half a sandwich I had. And
There
then
you
I
go.
sent the other half home with my mother.
Yep.
And I'll wait a few months and we may go back because it was delicious. But that was my big treat.
Yep. And that's okay. You made an adjustment and you only had half instead of the full thing. So those are all huge lifestyle changes that you made. And if you had to sum it up, just think about your life in general right now. What's been the biggest impact that this has had on your life so far?
I'm more confident. I feel good. I feel good about myself. I feel good in my skin. But, it's like I told you when we signed up for the program, it only takes me 5 minutes to get ready because anything I put on looks decent. Throw on a t-shirt and a pair of jeans and you're out the door and it looks good. It's not that I have to go through my closet and see what looks good, what'll hide my stomach, what's not too tight, what's comfortable. I don't have that anymore. I don't have that frustration in my life. I go in my closet, I grab something. It's usually too big now, which is kind of fun. You throw it on and you go about your day. And that is huge for me. That is huge for me.
Yeah. Just that's not even something you have to deal with anymore.
You don't have to think about it anymore. Exactly.
And what would you say, like, what are your goals in the future? We're 5 months in, like we got 7 months to go of still helping you maintain these results. So what do you hope to continually improve on these next 7 months?
Just to ingrain all these practices into my everyday life, that when my year is up, I don't go back to the person I was. I want to continue to eat healthy, to move every day, and just to feel good about myself.
Awesome. And I know for sure that's going to happen for you because you're building that mindset, and you didn't have that mindset the first time we talked. So we're getting there, and we're going to make sure that these stick for good. And if you had to say somebody was looking into our program, doesn't know much about us, why would you recommend Vibrant Life to someone who's considering working with us, but might be on the fence?
I can't say enough about the accountability and the knowledge, and just having somebody there to talk you off the cliff when you're having a bad day or you fall off. And I've been in support groups before, online and that kind of stuff. It's just not the same. I mean, Julie's there for me when I need her. I'll send her a picture. Hey, I just found this. What do you think about it? As food goes, it's just, I needed a partner, and I got a partner in Julie. And I think she's worth every penny, because I do the workout because Julie tells me I have to do the workout. If this was me telling me I have to do the workout, I don't know that I would do it all the time. But Julie's like, here's your workout. Oh, okay. I'm one, I follow direction really well. So that I get my workouts in, I watch what I eat. If I stumble, I talk to Julie about it. She tells me, this is what needs to be done. Here's this little tip. I'll find different foods on the market and I'll say, what do you think about this? That's not a great choice. Or this rocks. Here, try these. I found this online. Try this. This is where you can get it. So he's just been a great partner in all of this.
Awesome. I love the word that you use, partner, because that's how we feel. This isn't a one-sided relationship. It's two-sided, which is the word partner means two-sided. And we give you feedback, you give us feedback. We help you make changes, you tell us how you're doing. Like, that's how it works. And I have no doubt, April, that over the course of the next 7 months, you'll get to the point to where you don't need somebody telling you what to do anymore. You're going to feel like you can do this on your own for the rest of your life. So
I think so too. That's, like I said, that's why I signed up for the year, because I needed this ingrained deeply to change years and years of bad habits.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience. Anything else that you would like to share before we go?
No, just thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure coaching you, and we're excited to keep seeing your progress and to have this be, the ultimate lifestyle change for you.
Thanks so much, Ryan.
Okay. Thank you, April.
Bye.
Bye-bye.